Well, grand rising, and of course, welcome to Elonda Monday's Motivational Moment. Before I start, I have to do my salutations. Abora Ghani. Assalamu alaikum. Ikaro. Now that I've done my salutations, let's get into the meat of the message for today. Now, today is talking about releasing expectations of external validations. Releasing expectations of external validation. Choosing yourself means recognizing that you are worthy of love, respect, and validation from yourself and not just others. Sometimes we have to look within to find the true meaning of who we are. We can't always wait for somebody else to justify, just deny, or whatever, who we are and what we are. You have to know that you know who you are before venturing in on anything. The basis of everything that you do is that you know who you are and you know what you bring to the table. Now, releasing expectations of external validation involves shifting from relying on others' opinions of self-worth to finding validation within oneself. This process includes embracing self-acceptance, challenging negative thoughts, and developing a strong sense of self-worth. It's about recognizing that validation comes from within, not external sources like social media or other people's opinions. Other people's opinions are just like behinds. Most of them have them, because everybody doesn't have a behind. But everybody has a backside. Whether it's an elongated back or if it's a bun. You have one. Now, here are more details on how to look or how to release the need of external validations. Number one, internalize self-worth. Instead of seeking approval from others, focus on recognizing and accepting your own strengths and weaknesses. I know that this is a part of who I am, so therefore, I accept me for who I am. I accept me with all my quirks, all of my quote-unquote things that make people say, I accept all those things about me. The next is to develop a strong sense of self. Identify your values, passions, and purpose, and align your actions with them. Make sure that what you do goes along with your values. Now, if you don't know your values, that's one thing that you do have to find out. What is it that makes me me? What is it that makes me different from anybody else? What is it that I'm special, I'm unique, and why? Then celebrate your achievements. Acknowledge and appreciate your successes, regardless of external validations. It doesn't matter what you think. It's only what I think. And if I think that this is a great idea, then I'm going to go forward. Number two, challenging negative thoughts. Identify and challenge negative talk, especially negative self-talk. Replace critical thoughts with more positive and realistic ones. Take the time out. What is the story that you're telling to yourself? Who are you? And what are you telling yourself who you are? Well, what is it? What is it that makes you you? And why are you important? Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a friend. Recognize that external validations is not a measure of your worth. Understand that other people's opinions does not define who you are. Other people's opinions do not define who you are. And never let other people's opinions determine your worth. Number three, embrace authenticity. Be true to yourself. Express your genuine thoughts and feelings, even if they are not what others expect. I am going to be me, no matter what. Set boundaries. Protect your energy at all costs and your time by saying no to requests or situations that deplete you. I'm sorry, at this time I will not be able to do thus, thus, and so. I'm sorry, at this time I'm not going to be able to. Yes. Now, don't compare yourself to others. Recognize that everyone has their own unique journey and accomplishments. I am a standalone unit. I am not like anybody else. I am totally different. Don't compromise. Yes, don't compare yourself to others. Then the next one is don't limit external validations. Be mindful of social media. Limit your exposures to platforms that trigger comparison and validation-seeking behavior. Seek constructive feedback. Look for feedback that is helpful and supportive rather than critical and judgmental. Focus on personal goals. Set goals that are meaningful to you and work toward them regardless of external approval. And number 5, develop a strong support system. Surround yourself with supportive people. Choose friends and family who value and appreciate your authenticity. Seek support from professionals. Consider therapy or counseling to help you develop a strong sense of self-worth. By implementing these strategies, you can become or begin to release the need for external validations and cultivate a more fulfilling and authentic life. Now, what exactly is external validation? External validation is the experience of feeling validated by other people, meaning that others gives us some sort of sign or a signal that we feel, think, believe, and said or did was good. Here are some classic examples. The teacher's pet. A student in school seeks external validation from a teacher, and the teacher rewards the behavior by calling the student frequently and praising their knowledge. Now, when we seek external validation, we're looking for validation and evidence from other people that we fit in. This goes back to our belief that all people seeking to feel safe, seen, and accepted at one's core. And while we all need a level of external validation to feel that, when we chronically seek external validations, the brain can get wired and believe that our values and our worth comes from being validated by others. Now, who do I seek validation? Why do I seek validation? From a neurological perspective, we all seek external validation from our brains, or that's the way our brains are designed, for us to connect with others and for safety and belonging. Connection is biologically imperfective, meaning that we need it for survival. If you're familiar with Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you might be thinking that a few more important aspects of survival can be before connecting. Number 1, self-actuation, which is the desire to become the most that you can be. Then esteem, it deals with respect, self-esteem, status, recognition, strengths, and freedoms. Love and belonging, friendship, intimacy, family, sense of connection. Safety needs, personal safety, environmental safety, research, resources, healthy and prosperity or property. Then psychological needs, air or physiological needs, air, water, food, shelter, sleep, clothing, and reproduction. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. As of 2013, however, we've gotten a research to dispute that Dr. Matthew Labran, a neurologist of UCLA, discovered just how important connection is to the brain and our health, noting that not having meaningful connections is detrimental to our bodies as smoking. According to Labran, social connection is actually as important for survival as food is to water. Not only do we have the research to show the neural pathways in which the brains are designed for connections, but also for research to validate the devastation effects of severed or reduced social connections, especially in early childhood. Now, why do some people need so much validation? Now, some people just do things to get attention. Yes, they do. They do things to get attention because they feel that that is their only means of connecting. But when you are a self-contained unit, you don't need for anybody else to validate who you are, what you are, and why you are here. You already know that you are who you are because what? You understand your worth and you understand your worthiness and you understand what you bring to the table. Now, is it okay to want external validations? Yes, it is okay. But when you take it to the extreme, like anything, whenever you take anything to the extreme, then it becomes an issue. Then it becomes a problem. Maya Angelou says, you are only free when you realize you belong no place. You belong every place. No place at all. The price is high. The reward is great. Let me read that again. You are only free when you realize you belong no place. You belong every place. No place at all. The price is high. The reward is great. And I'm thinking what she's saying here is that you have to belong to yourself. You have to understand that you are very precious and you are desired, you are needed, and you are wanted for a time as such as this. And if you understand your worth and what you bring to the table, you will not be so apt to want people to validate who you are or for others to say, to accept you. That a lot of times when we confuse belonging and accepting and as a part of who we are, then we misunderstand all of the attributes that we bring as being different, as being unique, as being a standalone entity. Now, how to stop seeking external validation. Here are a few practices to support you. If you feel that you are seeking external validations, number one, find the root cause of your fear. What is it? False evidence appearing real. The first thing to do in order to stop seeking external validations is to ask yourself, one, what is it about my behavior? A lot of times, it is rooted beliefs that I am not good enough or the fear of rejection or not being enough. It generally has something to do with beliefs about our values and our worth as a human being. In my experiences, people, including myself, who focus on doing more than focus on doing more than often have either a rooted belief and or fear of connecting to their worthiness only comes from doing things so that other people perceive them a certain way. Other people will perceive them as a certain way. Now, if someone else validates you, then they can destroy you. If you give the power for someone else to validate who you are, then they can destroy who you are as well. So giving someone validation about who you are and why you are is not good. Now wanting for someone to approve you in certain aspects, that's good. Like if you're doing something and you want someone's honest opinion. Now, in my family, especially my mom, she's going to give you her honest opinion. If she does not like something, she is definitely going to tell you she does not like it. But she has improved over the years. It's not being so harsh with it. She does have to come off a little bit loving with her words, whereas before, my mother would shoot from the hip, and that will be it. Wherever it lands, it lands. But now she has come full circle. And number two, pay attention to how you speak to yourself. How are you talking to yourself? Are you telling yourself that you can do this, or are you telling yourself you're not worthy? Reduce comparison. I do not compare myself to anybody. Comparison is the thief of joy. Comparing yourself to other people, other things, and other situations will only destroy who you are as a person. It is really tough to navigate anything outside or external when you're constantly comparing yourself to other people and or other things. Number 3, practice self-acceptance. I accept who I am, big mouth and all. I accept who I am, opinionated and all. I accept who I am because I love me. And the next is to be still and listen. The last one is to be still and listen. You have the power to stop seeking external validation by strengthening your sense of internal validation. We build internal validations by getting to know our individual internal landscape. And to do that, we have to be still and listen. You can cultivate stillness through spending time in nature, taking walks without your phone, meditating, practicing on deep breathing, journaling, and so on and so forth. Find a way to reduce stimuli for your attention so that you can turn inward and get to know your dreams and desires without outer influences. So today we talked about releasing expectations of external validations. Previously, when we were talking about choosing self, we talked about prioritizing self-care, setting boundaries, using your voice to advocate for yourself, trusting your intuition, forgiving yourself, and practicing self-compassion. And today we talked about releasing expectations of external validations. So I want to thank you guys for giving me or lending me your ear. You can always look at all of my talks on YouTube. Yolanda Monet Hatter. Go out there, click, like, share, look me up, take a time out, give a girl a thumbs up, let me know how I'm doing. That's my external validation, guys. Nonetheless, I love you, but God loves you more. But always remember, I will see you at the top because the bottom, way too crowded. Peace.